Chalo, ma'am, we will start with introduction.
Okay. Yeah. Life on Earth is a team game. This is the Spiritual Laws by Diana Cooper.
Yeah,
Introduction. Life on Earth is a team game. It is vital to learn the rules so that you can participate and make your contribution. A game of soccer would become a free for all if everyone did their own thing. So, players are taught the rules before they go out onto the field. In the same way, they are taught the spiritual laws before we are born. When you understand and follow the spiritual laws, you can create heaven on earth. But life on earth has turned into a free for all because people have forgotten them or chosen to disregard them. So they forgot the spiritual laws.
exactly.
This book reminders and an understanding of the spiritual laws. For thousands of years, humans have played the game like a rabble of children. Relationships relationships have been based on need and desire for control. So control success measured by material gain and possessions. Predominant emotions have been anger, hurt, and fear because people have been focused on physical and sexual sensations. When people take themselves too seriously, they are critical and judgmental of themselves and others. Many feel tense and out of control. Often, people feel they have to justify their existence or prove their superiority so that life becomes a power struggle and disharmony prevails. That is the old paradigm for life on earth. So far, this is the old paradigm. It is time for a change. Divine discontent is entering people's hearts. The mass consciousness on earth is changing so that people are no longer satisfied with need and greed. We want a better way of living. To achieve this, we are asked to learn the rules, work together, and clean up our game. We are preparing for promotion to a higher league. Collectively, we are in the process of moving to a higher dimension. Old habits and unresolved issues are surfacing so that they can be examined and released to make way for new. Social structures are beginning to collapse. State and federal government, monarchies, corporations, banks, and all dinosaur institutions are moving towards change or extinction. Some wars are similar to boils. Anger has festered into hostility and is coming to the surface to be being cleared out. Many now, through hard work, cooperation, and discipline, have reached the top league. They are playing in the cup final with the eyes of the world on them and providing inspiration for all. When you reach this level, do not worry about those still disregarding the rules. Be an example of how the game can be played. When we follow the spiritual laws, we are able to reach enlightenment. We experience a feeling of oneness and live in love, compassion, and trust. We become masters, following our own guidance and not allowing ourselves to be deflected by anyone else. Our greatest joy is to serve humanity and the universe. This is heaven on earth. Life becomes joyous, peaceful, and harmonious. We cooperate with and empower others. We let go of our ego desires and live for the divine. Earth is a planet of free will. We can choose whether or not to follow the laws. However, we reap the rewards if we do and bear the consequences if we do not. People often ask how much free will we actually have and how much is inevitable. Your higher self makes certain decisions before you come onto earth. Your soul makes these choices based on the experiences you need for your progress. So your soul makes these choices based on the experiences you need for your progress. You may choose to be born to difficult parents because they embody the challenges your soul needs. While you might reject this as ludicrous, your soul views your life from a greater perspective. Even though while you reject this as a ludicrous, your soul views your life from a greater perspective. You may meet the person you will marry because you have karma to repay or because you have earned the right to happiness together. You may have a child who dies because your soul needs to experience loss. Your life may be totally disrupted at any age by unexpected events. These are pre life decisions which are inevitable, but you have free will about how you handle each of these circumstances.
And can,
And can make decisions about everything else in your life. It is like buying a round the world ticket. It is like buying a round the world ticket. There are certain stopovers and pre-booked flights that you agree upon before you set off. What you do the rest of the time is up to you. As you follow the spiritual laws
I mean,
and raise your
basically what
game,
he's saying is there are certain milestones. What you do between the milestones is up to you.
so that means using your free will, you can pre-book your flights
Now,
and you
whatever
agree
you do,
before.
you have to touch upon the milestones.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
correct,
it is a deviation.
correct. As you follow the spiritual laws and raise your game, your mission here is revealed to you. When you have a vision of what you intend to accomplish during your journey on earth, your clarity and purpose will fill you with joy.
Correct.
See, once you follow the spiritual laws, she says that everything is very clear to us about our
See,
journey.
that is why in one of the spiritual tablet traffic signals, there is one
Yeah,
which says, which is derived from the Bible, which says, "Seek ye the kingdom of God,
within
and the
you.
rest will be done unto you."
Yeah,
So kingdom of God
yeah,
is the spiritual kingdom.
within you.
No, it is the spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are preparing for the year 2012 or thereabouts when there will be a mass awakening of human consciousness. So from there it started, according to her. A quantum leap is to take place.
So this book
One,
also is pre 2012.
what
That's
is that?
the conclusion, right?
Yeah.
When is this book published? Two thousand seven.
Oh, 2007. Okay. So she predicted from 2012 on,
Correct.
this will occur.
This is a different long.
We need to go up. Which page? I forgot.
I also didn't note. I think it should be 7 or 8.
We need to go a little higher up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
One second. Why is it coming back to this?
See, she was talking about when we stopped.
I'm there.
Always, we haven't even started the last in detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Correct. Yeah, correct. Okay, we are preparing for promotions to a higher league. Collectively, we are in the
No,
process
we
of
have
moving
finished
to a higher.
this. We have finished this. We are
Yeah.
somewhere here, 2012.
We are preparing for the year 2012 or thereabouts when there will be a mass awakening of human consciousness. A quantum leap is to take place. Once in every 10 million years, there is a moment of stillness, a moment of total silence in the universe. At that moment, changes takes place. Let's go down. Changes takes place that are beyond our comprehension. We have absolutely no concept of the enormity of what awaits us at that moment. The calendar of the Mayan civilization ends in the year 2012, for they could not foresee what would happen after the Great Awakening. That year 2012 marks the end of life as we know it. In the entire history of the planet, there has never been an opportunity like this for spiritual growth. Your task is to prepare yourself and be ready to take the leap. Stop wandering around the maze of life in confusion and fear. It is time now to walk confidently and purposefully into a new arena. In this book, I am offering you a simple guide to take you from novice to top layer. A little light on the spiritual laws will enable you to master life.
This is
So
very
now
well
the
written,
real.
actually. This is the
So
key
follow the
message.
laws
This
and you
is the
will
key
create.
message.
Very good. Okay, let's go. An overview of spiritual plan. We all incarnate to experience life in a physical body. Earth is a mystery school, a place where our lessons are presented to us in the form of situations or particular people. It is the way in which we deal with our life circumstances that determines whether or not we pass our examinations. When we respond to all our tests with compassion, strength, and understanding, we become masters.
Just
The
hold
aim
on.
of a
No, no, here I want
yeah,
you to look at the evolution,
yeah,
okay, from thinking and destiny. What did we learn
correct.
there? He says that these bodies, which are in perfect balance, are subjected to a test,
Yes,
right? And if
yeah,
they fail, they keep on revisiting. Okay?
yeah,
And in another book, we read that the soul is so vast that this body cannot accommodate the soul, so we have to take only a portion of it and go down to earth.
correct,
In that context, earth is a school.
correct,
Okay? The lessons are situations and people. People
correct,
is karmic, situations is experience and wisdom.
correct,
Okay. Now, when we respond to all our tests with compassion, strength, and an understanding, we become masters.
instead of complaining.
Instead of complaining, no, not complaining. You go and you have no more test,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
right? That means you are clearing the test.
correct.
So link the two because all the books can be linked into thinking and destiny and then related and our understanding thereby expanded.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's continue.
The The aim of everyone who incarnates on earth is ascension or enlightenment, which is the total mastery of all the lessons offered here.
Correct.
This
So
may
here
take.
the 35 lessons that we keep talking about from Robert Squads, etc., comes into play.
Yes.
Yeah.
This may take many lifetimes, for if we hurt or harm another, we earn karma, which is a debt and must be repaid. Very often, our soul will wants us to return to earth to meet the same people and similar situations in order to experience the challenges again or to complete unresolved issues. Earth is a very special learning establishment in the universe. So, Earth is a very special learning establishment in the universe. Here, we are offered lessons about sexuality, emotions, and finances that are not available elsewhere. We also have a physical body which is built according to our mental and emotional states. When we are born, we forget our spiritual connection and our past experiences on earth or elsewhere. However, we do not walk our pathway alone. We all have a guardian angel who is with us throughout all our lives. Angels are pure spiritual beings from higher dimensions who have rarely taken a physical body. Our guardian angel protects us, encourages us, and is our voice of conscience. When we are ready, we also attract other angels to work with us for a specific purpose. Everyone also has a spirit guide who has lived on earth and volunteered after death to train as a guide to help those who are still here. Okay. Everyone has a spirit guide who has lived on earth and volunteered after death to train as a guide to help those who are still here. Your spirit guide is attracted to you according to the light you radiate, and different guides come to you as you change. Oh, depending upon our enlightenment status, the spirit and guide also changes.
You also have
Even-
33 archangels.
Oh, 33
Those
archangels.
33 archangels are posted. I posted that book in our group.
Okay, yeah. An evolved person will attract greater guides. We have many guides who help us with different aspects of our lives. We also have helpers. These are usually the spirits of people who have loved us in life and want to help us after they die. While your angels and guides look after you on a daily basis, there are many great angels who are higher up the angelic hierarchy, the archangels, principalities, and powers in particular, who are watching over the plan on earth.
These are the
There are
governments. See, a realm of permanence. These are the
yes,
occupants of the realm of permanence that we read in Thinking and Destiny.
completely balanced souls.
Hmm.
There are also ascended masters, those who have already mastered the lessons on earth and are helping the whole planet to evolve. We can ask them in prayer or meditation for help. In overall command is the source who is known as God, Brahma, the creator, the Godhead, or the divine.
Known as
Okay, let's go
God,
down.
Brahma, the creator, the Godhead, or the divine. Okay.
We can ask any of these invisible spirits for help, and they will do what they can within the possibilities of the spiritual laws. We are multidimensional beings. A dimension is a frequency range. This means that part of us may be stuck in low frequency negative emotions while another part is radiating compassion and love into the universe. See, beautifully she explained this.
No, just hold there. Just hold there.
Yeah.
Take a look at this diagram. Okay? Everyone is able to read this?
Yeah.
Not that bit, yeah.
ये इतना
Yeah,
बड़ा
now
कर दिया तो एक काम करते हैं
now we can read.
ये भी ठीक है ना एक काम करते हैं 100 हाँ 100 also is okay ठीक है so
Yeah.
what we have just look at this diagram how beautifully he has captured red color is which chakra
Muladhara.
Muladhara Muladhara and Swadhisthana and Manipuraka is your physical body.
Yes.
Okay. So the physical body is here, which needs prana, which needs material, which needs energy. These are all objects of experience. Right? The various combinations. Then you are getting your Manipuraka, a portion which is the mind, the intellect, and the ego, which can be defined as your subtle body.
Yes.
And then the spiritual body. Okay. So now chakra wise, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka. Manipuraka is an interface. But the center point is your Anahata, centering in the heart. Right? Because that is where you will transform from the physical to the next orbit. Then look at it. Your ego, your causal body, this is the spiritual body. Right? And in Soul Contract Decoded, we studied that we are a combination of karma, talent,
lessons,
and goals.
talents.
Correct. Lessons, talents, and goals. On the physical entity as well as on the spiritual entity.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the shape of the triangle which is inverted, we know that the highest is the crown chakra. The one that is lower in frequency to that is the Agnya chakra. Then you have the
Vishuddha,
Anahata. Right? Anahata is the meeting point. Now, read this again. Read this.
We are multi-dimensional beings.
Correct.
A dimension.
Correct.
A dimension is a frequency range.
Okay.
This means, part of us may be stuck in low frequency, negative emotions, while another part is radiating compassion and love into the universe. So this will explain around the heart region. Aspect of the intellect.
Right? Though this is from a different diagram, a different book, and this is from a different book. Spiritually, they are one and the same.
Correct. And also, the way he explained, after experiencing, he go to transformation. From transformation goes to information.
Correct.
And then you become one with the
experienced or the ultimate wisdom.
Yeah. Simplistically, the first dimension is the mineral kingdom, where new ideas are rooted. The second dimension is the plant world, which needs light to grow. Light contains spiritual information.
See how beautifully he is constructing this also. The first dimension is mineral kingdom. Then God said, let there be light.
Yeah.
That became the plant kingdom. The second dimension is the plant world, which needs light to grow.
Correct. Yeah. So light contains spiritual information, the knowledge. The third dimension is the animal kingdom, where materialistic and negative people are also in this dimensional frequency and have often forgotten their divine connections. Very beautifully. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our planet is now moving into the fourth dimension. As at this frequency, humans begin to remember past lives and the truth about who they are. The heart begins to open to unconditional love. See, that is why more and more are started meditation nowadays.
Exactly. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. In order to move
in order to move into the frequency of the fifth dimension, people must have forgiven themselves and others. So only after forgiving the people, then they can go to fifth.
Exactly. That means karma baddha is zero. The bondage because of karma is reduced to zero.
So in order to move into the frequency of the fifth dimension, people must have forgiven themselves and others. Fear and negativity have been.
Interesting. Yukteswar
Yeah.
Giri, right?
Yeah.
Autobiography of a Yogi, chapter 43.
Yeah.
What is he saying there? You have got 19 qualities in the astral domain and 16 qualities in the physical domain. You need to master these.
Yes.
And astral domain is known as the karmic sharir. So till all our karma is dissolved, right?
Yeah. Then we fifth dimension.
Exactly.
So fear and negativity have been transmuted. So at this stage, fear and negativity will be completely changed. Here is the understanding of the oneness. The sixth
dimension is where we start understanding oneness.
Oneness.
Now, in our other book, Waking Up in 5D,
Waking up in 5D.
Ascension,
light body,
and the light body. Right? In the 12 dimensions, he says 12, 11, 10 is a one block.
Yes.
9 to 6 is another block.
Correct.
3, 4, 5 is another block.
Correct.
So now, see how the same thing is coming out with more clarity here.
The sixth dimension is the frequency that we rise to when we leave our physical bodies after ascension and are purifying our light body for greater service in the universes. So this is the...
Now, he also says, in the sixth dimension, you have accitonal lines.
Yes.
Which are connecting to the physical body. So the higher self rides on those accitonal lines.
Correct. And also it connects back.
That gets connected back to our skin on the physical body.
Correct. Yeah.
The wisdom, all these books. I again thank Percival. From where all he is throwing books at us is very interesting.
The sixth dimension is the frequency that we rise to when we leave our physical bodies after ascension and are purifying our light body for greater services in the universes. So this explains that circle, the purification circle.
Yes. Here.
The seventh position.
These circles are slowly getting. So the subtle body is cleared, the physical body is cleared, you are operating in the subtle body level. After you are cleared only, you are going into the causal or the higher self and soul and all that.
And also, see here, the fifth dimension starts according to after the subtle body.
After the subtle body, yes.
Okay, let's go to the book. The seventh dimension is known as the seventh heaven. This is where the higher ascended masters and most of the angels decide. So basically, after the sixth body of the
permanence. You go up to that, you do your test and you come back or you continue.
Correct. That's what even Percival. Yes.
Percival also told us the same thing. Yeah.
Yes. So once the purification of everything happens, then it goes to seventh dimension where a higher angels reside. Your soul is a higher aspect of you, which holds all the experiences of your journeys through many planes of existence. A part of your soul, which is your personality self, has been sent to earth to learn. The same thing, one
So
out of 12.
now see, this your soul he is referring to is your higher self.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Your soul is a higher aspect of you, which
Correct.
holds all the experience, correct, through
Higher
many experiences of
aspect. It is the higher aspect of you. It is not full
correct,
because you are
higher
missing in
aspect.
that. You as an aspect
Yeah.
is missing in that. Yeah.
So, which holds all the experiences of your journeys through many planes of existence. A part of your soul, which is your personality self, has been sent to earth to learn. So, this is the soul in the body.
This is the soul in the body. Now, human design chart, if you remember,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
a personality chart and the personality connectivity. And
Yes.
on the
And
right side to
soul
that is 3 months prior
line.
to it, which is your soul personality.
Correct.
Yeah. Now
So, while your higher self or soul knows that you are a spiritual being in human body, your lower or personality aspect has forgotten. While your higher self or soul knows that you are a spiritual being in a human body, your lower personality aspect has forgotten. Your task on earth is to remember who you are. Many people are in a soul sleep and unaware that they are spiritual beings. Their higher selves are sending difficulties and pain, which are wake up calls to set them seeking and searching for the truth. So that means all these body pains and diseases are wake up calls.
that is why, right, Patriji, GK sir, and all, they keep saying these are all the gifts that you are receiving for the silver lining behind them.
Correct.
ఎవరు వాడట్లేదు ఇది బ్రెడ్ కానీ దేనికైనా రాదు
Yeah. So a window of opportunity.
A window of opportunity has opened now for a spiritual growth. Many souls are wishing to incarnate to take advantage of it. We have the chance to pay off all our karmic debts and master our lessons. At this time, there is also more spiritual guidance. At this time, there is also more and help available to us than ever before so that we can move quickly towards ascension. In order to do so, it helps us to understand the spiritual laws so that we can move forward with clarity and understanding in our journey. So by knowing all the spiritual laws, our journey will be much
Now we
faster,
come
easier.
to the basic laws of life, which is the first law to start with.
The first law, as above, so below. As this is the first law of the universe on earth as it is in heaven. If you are if you are a parent, you love all your children the same, whether they are babies, toddlers, or adults. You believe in them, even though they may be going through a difficult phase. A mother may shake her head in sorrow at the behavior of young children, but she does not judge them. She knows they will grow up. The parents of all small child do not love him because the parents of a
Love him
small
less.
child do not love him less because he is jealous of his baby sister. They understand and try to help him with his conflicting feelings. When he is older, they do not stop loving him because he struggles with his homework. They offer help. God does not stop loving you when you have turbulent emotions or find a piece of work difficult, nor does he judge you. Rather, you are encouraged and helped by his angels. The universe loves you and holds a vision of your future as an enlightened person, no matter what mistakes you are making on earth.
So,
Wise parents,
see, look at the examples he has given.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, let's go from.
Wise parents gently direct and encourage their children to develop their talents. At the same time, they give them freedom to learn from their own mistakes. The more sensible a child is, the more freedom of choice you allow him. We cannot always prevent our children from suffering the consequences of their actions. Strong willed children follow their own desires into trouble. Have you ever watched a toddler determined to touch the hot stove despite being told a dozen times it will hurt? Often, it is only the experience of hurt that allows them to learn. We too are given choice. Like any sensible parent, the divine will, let's go down one more page.
Bala, you didn't post the book?
Let me see.
No, I will post it. No issue.
I think only to me you have sent.
Yeah,
Maybe you
that's
need
why I
to.
thought you will send it here. No. Anyway,
You had to
let's
put it in.
continue. Let's continue. I will post it.
Okay. If yeah, often it is only the experience of hurt that allows them to learn. We too are given free choice. Like any sensible parent, the divine will step in and try to guide us if we are going widely off track. However, under spiritual law, God will not force us to do his will. If we are, yeah, let's go down one more page. If we are hell bent, he will stand back and allows us to learn the hard way. As in any family, young souls are carefully supervised by God, while evolved souls are given responsibility for themselves. The universe waits without judgment as we experience them and as we experience and learn. When we are ready, it opens new doors. Do you want to do you want those you love to be happy, fulfilled, prosperous, and healthy? If you really love them, of course you do. Equally, Source wants you, his
Equally,
beloved child.
no. Do you want those you love to be happy, fulfilled, prosperous, and healthy? If you really love them, of course you do. Equally, Source wants you, his beloved child, to be happy, fulfilled, prosperous, and healthy.
So basically, the way a parents want their children to be happy and prosperous, the same way the source also want everyone to be happy.
Correct.
I talked to someone who felt guilty because she was so happy in her job. Somehow she felt God must disapprove of her for being so joyous about her work. The reverse is true. So, when you are happy, heaven rejoices. God's will is for you to do what gives you joy. So, God's will is for you to do what gives you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of worth. So, God always wants you to be happy.
Correct.
That's why, light and love and happiness is the divine quality. A wise parent offers guidance to his children and empowers them to make free choices. If they ignore the guidance, the loving parent supports them in whatever they decide to do. God, God too offers us guidance in dreams, meditation, or through the prompting of intuition.
Now,
He gives us
ma'am, 1 minute. I want to make a point. See, in
yeah.
spiritual tablets, we talk about 7 experiences. Okay. God too offers us guidance in dreams, meditation, or through prompting of intuition. So, coincidence, all these are different manifestations of the coincidences. Right?
Yeah.
Now, here he is using the word God. But we can replace it with our higher self also doing the same. Because God will not directly talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yes.
talks through your higher self.
Correct.
Let's continue.
He gives us entirely free choice about whether we accept it or not and supports us unconditionally, whichever path we choose. He is not attached to us making a particular choice. Yeah,
He
that's
is
why he
not
gave us.
attached to us making a particular choice. He says it is not my way or highway.
Correct. See, he's the will. His wish is to learn the lessons. Everyone be happy and ascend. He is not, yeah. While you have free will, your soul is longing for you to choose the path of greatest spiritual growth. While you have free will, your soul is longing for you to choose the path of greatest spiritual growth. However, most of us have to learn from experiences that foolhardy, selfish choices lead to ill health, failure, and misery. Even though we have other, spiritual, nice experiences to choose, but we are choosing the wrong ones, he says. However, most of us have to
So
learn
when
from
you make
experience.
this kind of a choice, what you
Hmm.
encounter is a challenge or a problem.
Ill health, failure, and misery.
Correct.
When
So
you choose the choice.
that's what, when you don't go by the advice of the spiritual law, this is what you will encounter.
We often find out the hard way that when we act from our lower will, which is our own selfish desire, the inevitable result is that we feel bad.
Correct. Now, just a moment. In Unified, I think chapter 6, we are the co-creator.
Correct.
We think that we are the creator and we do something. This is an instance of that.
Yeah, and also always in that book they say, don't make a selfish, which is always think and create something good for everyone.
Correct.
Okay, John was an
Now he is
old-fashioned
giving us an example.
John was an old-fashioned authoritarian figure, tall, scowling, when crossed, and jovial when he got his own way. His grandfather founded the family business. It passed to his father and then to him. He assumed that his
son. Yeah.
would take. Ronald, however, wanted to be a musician and showed considerable talent. John, the father, was utterly intransigent. He derided his son's musical ability and did everything in his power to manipulate and emotionally blackmail him to enter the family firm. John always claimed that he was acting in his son's best interest, for no one could earn a respectable living as a musician. He said he was only trying to save Ronald from grief and disappointment. John's controlling actions were fear based. Not surprisingly, he felt permanently irritable and quarreled with his wife as well as with his son.
So now
These
where is
factors
it? No, just look at it. His behavior, because his son
controlling.
went on his own way, right?
Yeah,
Look at it, how it has impacted him.
yeah,
His controlling actions were based on fear,
based.
but
Correct.
he felt
He thought,
permanently irritable and quarreled with his wife as well as his son. Now,
yeah.
as a result, these factors exacerbated his heart condition.
So these factors exacerbated his heart condition. Eventually, Ronald decided to break away from his family completely so that he could express himself through his music. His father felt isolated, ill, and insecure as a result of his own alienating actions. These were the very feelings he was trying to avoid by controlling his son. A wise parent
And
encourages his
there is a very, very subtle message there. Read the last line again.
Yeah, these were the very feelings he saw trying to avoid by controlling his son.
He was trying to avoid these. What you are trying to avoid will come to you because that is what you are wishing for as a message that you are sending out.
Yeah,
Like attracts like.
correct.
Hmm.
A wise parent encourages his child to express his talent and is not attached to the child following one pathway. Okay, that is what he should encourage his child, whatever his talent is, not control and say only this way.
Exactly. So he should not go by
Fear,
his pathway. He should go by what his son wants.
yeah, correct. Fear-based choices come from our own lower will. So fear-based choices, they come from our lower will. Let thy will be done means help me to make choices from my higher self. Wise, courageous choices result in happiness, health, and abundance. So choices that promote love, harmony, and joy come from the higher or divine will. Okay. They come from, okay, choices that promote love, harmony, and joy come from the higher or divine will and always empower us.
So if you are always feeling empowered, right, that will eventually be something that will keep you happy.
Promote love and harmony.
Okay, now look at this. Will empower us. Correct? If you take map of consciousness, the desired state in which you have to execute your life is always being courageous. That is where your 250 points start. So fear-based is up to that 250 as the vibration frequency. Beautifully brought up. Yeah.
We all like to be appreciated. When someone thanks us from the bottom of his heart for something we have done, we feel a sense of satisfaction and delight and often want to give more. And so it is above. The heaven smiles on us when we appreciate and say thank you for what we have received. The powers of the universe then sends us more. So that means appreciation and gratitude.
So, as above, so below. That is what he is stressing here.
So that means when we are happy, when we are grateful for somebody, the above God consciousness also is happy and gives us more.
Exactly.
Many people tell me that they are screaming at their angels for help and simply cannot understand why assistance is not forthcoming. Take an example from earth below. Your child is screaming at you to help him with his homework. 10 to 1 you feel 10 to 1 you feel exasperated and disinclined and disinclined to satisfy him. No wonder the angels turn a deaf ear to selfish screams for help. When your child asks pleasantly and you have a sense that he is ready to value your help, you are undoubtedly delighted to give it. So too are the forces of life. That means you need to ask them with a joy and a happy mood rather than shouting and with a fear or fear-based.
Yeah. This is
And
true
based.
except in India, unfortunately. This is true in India that unless you shout, you don't get. Like
Yeah.
I've been patiently talking to Amazon customer care. 4 times the delivery guy did not deliver to my house.
Yeah.
Right, I tried patiently. Today I shouted at them. So someone in the escalation department has taken the responsibility to ensure it gets delivered. So यहाँ पे प्यार से कोई नहीं समझता है, डंडा लेके बात करो तो समझ. That is unfortunate, but that's not how the universe will work. We have to make changes. Yeah, let's go further.
When you are ready to receive something from the universe, ask calmly and pleasantly. See, this is very important. So you need to ask calmly and pleasantly. They will be delighted to let you have it. Value it when you get it.
That means
Wow.
you express your gratitude.
Can we put all these laws into one folder?
I will do it. I will do it.
Very, yeah. It is repellent to be with a negative person. If you try to help someone who prefers to wallow in misery, after a while you will probably walk away. If you care for him, you may keep an eye on him from a distance. It is the same in the heavens. The angels find it very difficult to access you through determined negativity. The angels find it very difficult to access you through determined negativity. They can only stand by to help. So don't be in a negative mode. If someone is kind to you or your animals, you warm to them. You are warm to them. If someone is kind to you or your animals, you are
You
warm to
warm
them.
up to them. You appreciate.
Yeah. When you are kind to yourself or any of God's creatures, the universe is also warms to you. That means a nice feeling. When someone is enthusiastic, you feel sparked and motivated to action. So it is with the energy of the universe. So also it is with the energy of the universe. It will support your passion. If someone has faith in you, you live up to his faith. When you have faith in God, he responds to our faith. We respond to generosity. God does likewise.
Correct.
You cannot manipulate or bargain with a wise parent. You cannot manipulate or bargain with a God. The same things touch God's heart as touch a human heart.
Right. So I wrote down whatever I understood after reading.
Oh, yeah. As in heaven, so on earth. We need to learn to be joyous and free on earth beyond the limitations. Yeah. We need to learn to be too joyous and too joyous and free on earth beyond the limitations we experience. The limitations are created by us and none other. We learn to navigate through experiences, thus acquiring wisdom. So always, think that we are unlimited. That's why it says in Unified, we are not limited beings. We are unlimited beings.
Correct. So now we are going into chapter 2. This one is far more educative now. See,
as
within, so without. Like attracts like.
Yeah.
This is another way of saying like attracts like. You reflect what you
You can put that quote next to this. Yeah.
I will do that.
The second law, as within, so without. Earth is a place of learning where our lessons are presented to us by making our outside world an exact reflection of our inner world. Wow.
What
if
a
you are angry
statement, right?
Wonderful. This is the mirror reflection. All this Hindu philosophy says thing. Yeah. If you are angry inside, even though you may be buried the anger so deeply, you are unaware of it, you will find angry people in your life. They are mirroring your denied anger back to you. So whatever you think, you have a mirror
See,
effect.
whether it is evident or whether it is hidden, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That is sending messages out into the world. It is gathering all those particles which are equally charged and bringing it back to us. That is the message that we have to.
If you have a deep sense of abandonment, which may well have originated in another life, people will reflect that back to you. They may leave you, withdraw emotionally, or even die.
Because withdrawal, emotional withdrawal is one form of death only.
Correct. If you are self critical and constantly beat yourself up with your thoughts, you will attract people who will reflect this by putting you down or even physically hitting you.
So that is
Self
exactly what
criticism.
you attract.
Yeah, but without self criticism also it's
Correct.
bad. The person who feels secure, loved, safe, and happy inside, will have a secure, safe, and happy life surrounded by people who love him or her. Your inner integrity will be matched by those around you. The people in your life will be creative, generous, hearted, honest, or modest to the extent that you are. The universe rearranges itself to reflect your reality. Literally, as within, so without.
Exactly.
Okay, the example
Mathematical example.
Bob and Margaret had ended their relationship and were in conflict. He kept telling her and everyone else that he wanted them to make up. She was not interested. She verbally attacked him whenever she saw him. Bob was in despair. He hated fighting and simply did not know how to bring peace into the situation. A very wise friend of his drew him aside one day and said, Bob, she feels threatened by you. She is not ready to make up yet. The only way you can handle it is to find peace within yourself. Wow. Find peace within himself. Wow. This was such a revelation to him that when he was telling me this, he cried. Spiritual law is so simple. Peace within leads to peace in your life. When everyone finds inner peace, there will be automatically be world peace.
I hope Trump is listening,
Let's go down.
right?
Yeah, when everyone feels the same way, happy, the world will be happy. This law even applies to the physical body. Inner feelings are reflected in the way we build our bodies. If we feel emotionally or sexually vulnerable inside, we may build a protective layer of fat over our abdomen or hips, the places where we hold our emotions and sexuality. Uh-huh. If at an inner level we feel not really lovable, we may build a big chest to protect our heart center. Macho men with muscular chest are often hiding feelings of vulnerability. A woman will unconsciously build big breasts to indicate her need to nurture or to be nurtured. If we feel deep inside that we must shoulder the responsibility for our family or even the world, we will build ourselves big shoulders. If we, on the other hand, we have no intention or desire to carry responsibility, we will build
Laughing.
sloping shoulders that allow burdens to slip off. So the big chest people have more responsibility to take care outside.
Yeah.
Your body is a mirror of your deep, often unconscious inner feelings. Wow, amazing. So if you have a pain in the neck, ask yourself, who am I allowing to be a pain in the neck? Oh, when you have re-empowered yourself, you no longer need to have pain in this location. It is also possible that you are being a pain to yourself. So
This is a
either
very
you are a pain,
critical sentence.
yeah. So either you are a pain in the neck to other person or to yourself. It is still you get the pain in that
Exactly.
location.
That's a very,
Amazing.
very intriguing statement that he has made.
Yeah. Who am I allowing to be a pain in the neck? When you have re-empowered yourself, you no longer need to have a pain in this location. It is also possible that you are being a pain to yourself. The same principle applies to a pain in the backside. Who is a pain in the backside? Pain in the heart. Who am I allowing to hurt me? Okay. Indigestion. What experience can I assimilate? An ache. Who,
Can't I assimilate? You are not able to digest. That's what it means.
what experience cannot I assimilate? So they're not able to assimilate some experience.
Correct.
An ache. Who or what am I aching for? If you cannot hear, you ask, what don't I want to hear? Or whom don't I want to listen to? If you have stiff hips, ask yourself, how can I change my attitude to moving forward? The same thing I think in the other book also she mentioned.
Correct.
Yeah. So I knew George very well. He was a young man of great wisdom. His fault, if anything, was to be able to see everyone's point of view, so he was not able to push himself forward or really stand up for himself. He was involved with a very difficult business partner who kept pulling the rug out from under him. The situation was going around in circles. One day he said to me, my right hip is so stiff, I cannot understand what it is about. Stiff hips reflect an inability to move forward in life. Anything on the right side of the body mirrors attitudes to do with the men, the future, or our career. Either with the men or the future if it is on the right side. The left side reflects our attitude to women, the past, or our home life. The same thing in the other book, she said the left side is the past karma.
Correct. No, it could be past karma, it could be current, or it could be future oriented. All those things are reflected.
Yeah. So George's hips were very accurately telling him that internally he was being rigid in his attitude to his male business partner and to the future of his business. We discussed what he could do to change. So next one is the solution. Life in the amazing school of earth gives us constant opportunities to learn about ourselves. Your animals will reflect your inner qualities back to you. What are your animals like? What are your animals like? What qualities do they have? When we laughingly say that someone is just like his dog, little do we realize it is not by chance. If your animals have seemingly different characteristics, each one is representing a part of your personality. That is why it has come into your life. So it reflects because see the way they bring up the same personality reflects in the animal.
Exactly.
The person who appears to be very pleasant and calm yet has an animal has an animal that is aggressive and nasty is not expressing his underlying angry feelings. If
He is
someone
holding them
appears to
back. See,
yeah
so his animal also is reflecting that quality which is hidden in him.
the master's quality which is hidden in him, yeah.
Correct.
Someone appears to be flaky and messy, yet has a beautiful, magnificent animal. he is not in touch with the magnificence of his being. So these are all hidden qualities.
Exactly. The law is
The law
simple and exact.
is exact. Wow. Inanimate objects also represent an aspect of their owners. When someone drives a battered, dirty, old clunker, the car reflects their current inner state. Sorry, the car reflects their current inner state. A smart, shiny, clean car is the outward manifestation of inner worth. A family car represents the underlying collective family feeling. The higher beings who have you in their charge cause the material objects in your life to alter according to your inner state. Leaky faucets, roofs, or radiators in your external life. Leaky faucets, leaky roofs, or radiators in your external life reveal leaky emotions within, while raging fires outside reflects burning issues within. Wow.
This is
Prison,
the
okay.
spiritual manifestation of our
Oh,
qualities and health that we can find out very well and address the issues.
our leaders reflect the collective inner feelings of the country in which we live. The teachers in our schools reflect our collective inner beliefs about the worth of our children. Prison systems, governing bodies, all aspects of our society directly mirror the deepest feelings of the collective conscious people.
So the collective consciousness of people in the US is the one which is reflecting in the current government and state of affairs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a learning. That's an observation for people.
Yeah. When we who have signed up for this course on earth wish to change something in our lives, we must look within to alter our beliefs and attitudes in order for our outer world to change. So whoever is reading, we need to change our attitude to change our world outside. If we wish to change society, enough people must change themselves. Correct. This is discussed more.
One is discussed more in the law of reflection.
Yeah, this is discussed more fully in the law of reflection. The universe rearranges itself to bring you what you believe.
This is a very important underlying takeaway for all of us.
But this is why their faith carries a lot, that people say, isn't it?
Exactly. We go to the next chapter.
Yeah. For me, I have still time. The law of request. Under spiritual law, if you want help, you must ask for it. If you rush in and interfere in a friend's concerns in an attempt to help him, it is a quick way to lose his friendship. So that is it. If you rush in and interfere in a friend's concerns in an attempt to help him, it is a quick way to lose his friendship. Furthermore, when you help someone who has not asked for it, you prevent him from sorting out the situation for himself, which is his learning process. That means don't interfere, like Patriji says.
Karma.
Yes, because you are interfering in somebody's learning process.
Yeah.
Quite likely, you become an enabler who helps him to continue in his old unhelpful ways. Quite likely, you become an enabler who helps him to continue in his old unhelpful ways. When you force your help or advice onto someone, you bear the karma if it goes wrong. It is considered bad manners to rush in uninvited, and most likely your help will be ignored or unappreciated. Of course, if someone
this is an important message for us as we are practicing the this becomes an uninvited influence.
Mm.
Yeah.
Of course, if someone is drowning, you help. You guide the blind person around the hole in the pavement. You comfort the sick and bereaved. However, if you feel upset by the mess someone has gotten themselves into, it is your stuff. It is an indication that you need to look at yourself rather than rescue someone else.
Now, here just hold, man. In the
Mm,
previous chapter, what did he say? He said, whom am I allowing to hurt me?
mm,
Here, what is he saying? Connect the two. If you feel upset by the mess someone has gotten themselves into, that means you are letting that situation affect you.
mm.
You are understanding what I'm saying?
So don't get
See, in
into
one
it.
situation, when you are creating your reality, you have let someone come and upset you.
Mm,
So when that reality hits you, you start reflecting, whom did I permit to come and hit me? Okay. Here it is because you have done it, you have got into that problem. That means you have attracted that situation. Both are the same. So law of affection and as within, so outside, they work in tandem is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. So
Are
don't
you able
blame
to
the
see
other
that?
person.
Yeah,
So don't blame the other person. Look into yourself.
correct.
I am constantly being asked questions like, what can I do for my aunt? Since her husband died, she has been so miserable, and I keep trying to persuade her to meet new people, but she won't. The answer is when she is
When she
ready,
is
she will
ready, she will ask for help.
when she is ready, she will ask for help. Until that time, look within at the part of you that wants to meet new people or the rejection you feel when someone does not accept your help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Another example.
see, అడక్కపోతే అమ్మ అయినా పెట్టదు is the right thing to follow. That is, when you are not asked, even the mother will not feed you.
When she is ready, she
Practice
will
this,
ask for
yeah.
help.
Exactly.
So until then, do not interfere.
Don't interfere.
Another example, I am desperate about my daughter. She refuses to marry her boyfriend. I am afraid she will never get married. How can I help? The answer is when your daughter has looked at her own fears, she will be ready. Perhaps she knows perhaps she knows at some deep inner level that this is not the right man for her. Maybe she knows it upsets you and this is her way of punishing you.
Both
She
are
could have a
possible.
million.
No, there are two messages here.
Yeah, one is
She
the
is
boyfriend
probably
may not
doing
be.
what she is doing to punish you.
Yeah. Maybe she knows it upsets you and this is her way of punishing you. Yeah. She could have a million reasons. However, she is clearly serving you by bringing up some of your stuff. Unless she asks you for help, quit trying to help her and look at what it means to you. So, unless she asks, don't interfere.
Exactly.
If you are involved in difficult situations at work, the learning and experience you gain from dealing with it may be the perfect
Stepping stone.
stepping stone you need to move on in your career. It prepares you for promotion. You would not expect someone to leap in and take over the situation without asking permission. That would be interfering and block you from being ready for a better job. Let us go the one line up. I didn't understand the one page, 17 page. If you are involved in a difficult situation at work, the learning and the experience you gain from dealing with it may be the perfect stepping stone you need to move on in your career. Okay.
So
It
that has
prepares
come
you
to
for,
test you and teach you both.
got it. So that's a learning experience.
So you should not, by expecting someone to leap in and take over the situation and help you without asking, that means you are inherently sending messages to attract that kind of a situation. Then
Right.
that would be interfering and blocking you from being ready for a better job.
In the spiritual realms, no angel or higher being of light would dream of interfering in your life. Yes, they will save you from serious accidents if that is not your karma, or death if it is not in your time. So that means they say the angels will save you, from an accident if it is not your time yet,
Correct.
or if it is not your karma. However, they will stand by with total compassion and patience and watch you making a mess of your situation if that is what you need for your growth. Not only is it spiritual bad manners for them to interfere, but it also stops you from learning and becoming stronger. See, last night we heard my husband's younger brother's son in Minneapolis got into a very bad accident. It is not his mistake. 4 or 5 cars are stopped at the stoplight, and from the behind his car, somebody with a speed came and hit him, and the whole car got totaled and fell into a ditch. And nothing happened to him, luckily, even though the car got totaled. So that means the angels, saved him.
Protected him, yeah.
There are times when it is appropriate to ask for help. By asking, I do not mean screaming with frustration like a toddler or crying like a victim who does not want to take any responsibility for his actions. By asking, I mean carefully assessing the situation and then calmly and with strength requesting the help you need. So this is how they is explaining. We should not, ask for help with the, crying mode. So
It
this,
also sounds like you should not demand help.
yeah. So you should not, ask for help with the frustration.
Correct.
So you need to carefully assess the situation and then calmly and with the strength requesting the help you need. As soon as you are ready to ask for help, you are ready to receive it. You are ready to accept the wisdom that goes with it. Then the higher powers will align themselves to help you. Some people are constantly crying out when, what, how, who, where. They want to know the answer to one question after another. These are the demands rather than questions. They come from a place of desperation and neediness, not from a centered, open place. The person who is steadfastly walking the spiritual path goes within to look for answers. As soon as you are ready to know something more, the teacher will appear to provide it. This may be in the form of a book, a person, or a program on television. When you are ready to formulate the question, you are ready to know the answer. So when you are ready,
The situation has
what's
come
going
back
on?
to the individual.
Yeah, when something is going on in your life, when you are ready to know, desperately what's going on, please give me an answer. So then, the question will be answered either in a form of a book or a person or a program on a television. You really do not expect to invite a lawyer to dinner, have him ask you about your will, and then end up rewriting it for you over coffee. Nor does your neighbor, who is a painter, a decorator, come in and touch up the paint in your home uninvited. This is as much interference as the healer who insists on lifting your headaches or giving you
Healing.
healing. You may be grateful for any of these services, but it goes against the spiritual laws unless you ask. So that means we need to ask for help. This is very, very important. Okay.
If you don't
If
ask,
someone
it is
offers,
interference.
yeah, correct. If someone offers help and you accept it, that is the contract. If they offer and offer and offer until you accept, that is a pressure. It is their stuff. Hmm.
When he says their stuff, he means it is karmic.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When you need help from angels, Jesus, the angels or Jesus, the ascended masters, or any of the spiritual hierarchy of light, first quiet and center yourself. Meditate on what you really want and find clarity about it. Then ask the beings to whom you wish to address and to whom wish to address your request for help you require. Okay, then ask the beings to whom you wish to address your request for the help you require. They will help you.
See, in
So you need,
simple words, right? You have 33 archangels.
yeah,
One is light, one is healing, one is something else. You won't go to the light angel and then say, please help me heal myself.
so that is why you have to be very specific.
Exactly. In other words, if you listen to Marisa Peers, she says even your human cells, you have to be very specific to the point if you want them to work.
Correct.
Yeah.
My daughter was feeling exhausted as she was driving to work. She thought, how can I energize myself for the day ahead? No sooner had she formulated the thought than a car passed her. The letters of the license plate were AUM, Om. The letters of the license plate were Om. She knew that she was being given an answer. Om. Om is the sacred sound of the universe and is very powerful mantra. She sounded the Om all the way to work and felt much better. So that is how she got energized by looking at the plate and listening to that sound. Remember, the answer lies in the question. The more clarity you have in your question, the greater the help you will receive. See, even in You Forever book also, he says same thing. You have to be very, very specific. In a unified course also at the end, they say whenever you ask, you have to be very specific.
Now, I will give you a wonderful example that I am undergoing currently.
Mm,
4 days ago, we'll anyway stop here
yeah.
because we have come to the end of this chapter.
Stop recording.
Yeah, I will stop it.
Okay.